Hi, I just want to talk about my experience trading journey so far and where I am right now and what I plan to do currently going on with this YouTube channel. This is going to be my first video I'm going to upload on this channel and what it's just going to be about. So I started trading sometime in 2022, thinking that I was going to be thinking that I was going to be a rosy road. First of all, I built a few businesses with my built a few businesses. I'm currently running one of my businesses all built. So I hadn't come into this industry to come and mix. I wasn't hungry coming into the industry, let's put it that way. So obviously, I'm trying to look for another source of income, trying to just diversify, to come first trading in 2022. Then by then, my current business, well, current-ish business was born in 2019. It had grown, and I had run from 2019 to 2022. And then I was looking for more. There was free time. Business was already on like autopilot, so there's free time to kind of do other things. So I figured taking up trading wasn't going to be. It was going to be a good use of my time because I did have some free time coming back home after work, just sitting down watching Netflix, and just doing nothing. So I figured taking up a new taking up a new challenge, and trading was that challenge. So I've been doing it since 2022 and it's been rocky, 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 rocky. 2021, 2020, all of 2022, 2023. I'll tell you that was absolutely horrible. I wasn't those ways. I wasn't that person who came into it 6 months and figured it out. 2021, 2022 was absolutely horrible. And I didn't know what I was doing. I think I started getting a hang of things in 20, middle of 24. Middle of 24, and then into 25, I into 2023, I lost a bunch of money. And this is not my first time. In 2016, I started first time about going in the market was around 2016, and then I went to do it with the wrong mindsets and the wrong 2015, 2016. I went to do it with the wrong mindset and came out, lost a bunch of money. Actually, lost quite a bit, and then I just forgot about it and I focused on the business I was trying to build at that time. And I didn't talk about it again until 2022. So the one thing I could tell you is I understood what the problem was in 2016 when I did attempt it for the first time was I knew I had a horrible risk management. I knew I overtraded. I knew all those things were the problem. So I always told myself at the back of my mind that if I ever went back to it, I'd try and pick maybe two trades a day, one trade a day, and all of that stuff. But I came back to it and the emotional roller coaster starts again. You start over trading, you start expecting so much. And yeah, the whole of 24, 22, 23, the part of 25 just blew up very hard. Blew up absolutely hard. Bad risk management, emotional roller coaster, emotional wreck affected my performance in my business. I won't lie to you. It affected my because I expected to have been the amount of effort I put into it. I expected some kind of reward from it, but if you're watching this, that's not how the market works. So I'm still struggling. I went the route of using my personal money, personal funds, funded it obviously through the account multiple times. Uh, to the funded account, which I've actually, funny enough, I've actually blown maybe two funded accounts. I have been able to manage it, but it's more like a death by 1,000 cuts. So it's just win, lose, 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 few wins, lose, 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 few wins, lose, 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 few wins. Until I think end of 2014, beginning of 2025, I managed to pass one funded account, got up past stage one, past stage two, got up to the point of payout and blew it. So since then, until the point of making this video, I haven't gotten to I'm not doing the personal funds, personal account business. I'm only doing the funded accounts. I'm only doing the funded account challenges right now. So it's been horrible. And I've gone from doing the whole day trading thing to being doing a swing trading idea, which is trying to hold for a few days. Looking at the instead of I used to look at the 4 hour time frame, 1 hour and 15 minute time frame. Now I just look at the weekly and the daily time frame, and then potentially go on to use the 4 hours my entry. And the problem I'm having with that is the patience for waiting for the trade to play out. You can imagine being on the 15 minutes trying to take a trade. By the time the hour, 2 hours is gone, it's either you've lost or you've won. But most of the time, when you take a trade during on the daily time frame or the H4 time frame, most of the time just constant wait. You might take a day or two before you actually see where you're going to. If it's going to happen and what happens. So you find yourself most of the time you find yourself not waiting for days, and you just feel useless. You feel like you're not doing anything right, but you're just sitting down and waiting for days for something to happen. And then when something happens, you're waiting for days to see the result of what has happened. Which is just frustrating. But I can tell you one thing: doing the daily time frame or the week, doing playing on the weekly and the daily time frame has done is reduce how much trades I take. And the week I probably take one, maybe two trades a week these days, max three. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing these days, and I think I seem to have the last few the maybe the last from January into I'm not sure January into March or thereabout was a horrible month because it was more of a psychological problem, and then it was more of because January, February, the market was pumping crazy, and then I just couldn't hold my nerves enough to be able to take advantage of that. So many psychological breakups. I do have a system, and I believe my system has been back tested, and my system is good. But then it's the belief in the system, the belief in the random distribution of this system that is a big problem. I've decided to play this system on a larger time frame for just a bit more for better win rates, obviously less trades. So back in the day, I would take uh, when I was in there, I'll take maybe not sure anywhere from 6 trades a week, 7 trades a week, and I've cut that down to 2 to 3 trades a week. So most of the time, and then most of the time, you don't see anything to you don't see any real setup, and you just kind of have to walk away. Yeah. So the whole point of this channel is to be able to document the process, just use it as something of a diary where I can just always go back to and see what the problem is. I'm just going to be able to just going to put out my trade ideas and what I'm looking at. And hopefully, if somebody's out there and you're in the same boat that I'm in, 4 years into it or longer, or less, trying to figure this thing out, come on over, like, subscribe, share, and let's just do this thing together. I believe that it works. I believe that is the biggest problem with this is our human emotions. That is the biggest thing that holds us back. But I believe this thing, if you have a good system, which I can beat my chest to, I have a good system. I've thoroughly backtested what I'm working with for a few years. I have backtested into the, obviously I haven't been in the back, but I have backtested my system. Even when I've gone into the higher time frame, I've backtested on the higher time frame. And I think what I have is fantastic, around a 40 to 50% win rate, you know, which is good. So I'm going to try as much as possible to upload videos weekly. What I'm looking at, how I'm feeling, good or bad. And hopefully, yeah, you can follow, you can like, subscribe, support the channel. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Peace.